Hey everyone, hoi allemaal. There we are. So today I'm outside. The sun is shining and it's very bright. And today I'm going to do some weeding, just basic weeding, and maybe even I'm going to do some planting because I don't like weeding. I like planting plants, so that's my reward. Yeah, well, that's a good thing because I said to myself, after I've done weeding this part, I can chuck a few plants in it, give it some new life, and then move on to the next. So I'll show you where I'm going to start, and then I'll see where it ends. This is the first part of the garden I'm going to be tackling. As you can see, a lot of weeds, but I planted some, in Dutch we say narcissen. I don't know if that translates well into English, but I planted some bulbs here. This is an allium and more bulbs, but also a lot of weeds. Some heucheras, which we planted last year. And as you can see, a lot of weeds. This is a salvia, langoon, I believe. More weeds, more heucheras. So, lots to do. ladybug right there. I won't disturb that one then. That way. So I decided on this placement, some lupins here in the front and also two there, the two hellebores in the back. Since I do like a bit more shade, I thought in the summer with the when the sun is at its most powerful, yeah, they could get some shade from the salvia. But now the sun is not that bad, so they can get some sunshine. And you probably, well, this is a trellis which has some wisteria in it, so that also provides some shade. So yeah, I think we're good. Let's plant these. Everyone allemaal. Allemaal? Hoi allemaal. In today's, well, not in today's video, I'm still on the same video, but for me it's the second day, so I'm going to continue weeding. I'm going to be weeding my way through all of the sections of the garden. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 sections, or at least I made 6 sections of the garden to make, well, tasks such as weeding a little bit more comprehensive. So yeah, new day, new area, and I'm going to be, now let me show you. I'm going to be finishing up also some planting. So I still have a couple of hellebores left, and the butterfly bush, and a couple of lupins. And I just want to finish them all off and put them in the ground. So yeah, let me show you this second area. So this is the second area I'm going to be tackling. I've got all my gear already here, so I can get started. And as you can see, well, maybe you're not, but this is a fairly new area. We put this in, well, I didn't, I just watched, but I'll insert some pictures of the process. My boyfriend did all the hard work, and I was just watching as he muddled on in the rain. But so it's fairly new, so there's not a lot of plants in here. But last year, I don't know if I mentioned that already, but I planted 488 bulbs, some of which also went in this area. So along the border here, besides a lot of weeds, but we have, I think these are tulips, but I'm not sure, but we planted all along the border. And more on the interior, we have, well, there are 4 alliums. I planted 3 here. There's one over there. We checked, it's still coming up, but it's taking its time. these are also 3. I don't know if you can see, but there's a tiny one and there are 2 bigger ones. We also planted 2 here. These are 2 white globe masters that could reach 2 meters, which I was very excited about, but we don't see anything yet. So but I'm going to be weeding this spot and then planting the rest of the plants, and then where I don't plant and know there aren't any plants to come up, I will be putting down some cardboard just to make my life a little bit easier before we get our I don't know if you would call it mulch, but we are going to be putting down cacao doppen, cocoa chips. I don't know the English name for it, but as weed suppressant, and also, well, it's good for the soil. So yeah. And in case anyone is wondering, this tree we also planted, it's an Acer Negundo Flamingo. So the new leaves are pink and it's gorgeous. So I hope it grows and gets much bigger. So let's do it. So I got this spot finished and done, and now it's on to planting. Yay! Let me grab all the plants and then we'll chuck them in the ground, shall we? And you cannot. There we go. And there's the rest. Some 3 more hellebores and 7 lupins, I believe. So I'm just going to mess around with the placement and then chuck them in the ground. So I got, well, most of them planted. So here are the 3 hellebores and the 7 lupins, well, you can barely see them. There's one, and the rest of them are back there. I planted, but the butterfly bush I didn't, because, oh, camera, stay with me. Because, well, for one, I would need a second pair of hands, and since it doesn't have that much, well, it doesn't have a big root system in there, I don't think I will be lifting, well, I don't think I will be lifting out a big bulk, but I also planted some, which you can barely see, but there are some bulbs in here. Like here's one peeping through, and there's another one, and a random lupin, which I didn't plant here, but it decided it liked it, so we have an extra one. But I think I'm going to, well, like I said, I need an extra pair of hands to put this in the ground. And I was thinking maybe we could cut out the bottom, and then, or maybe a little bit more than the bottom, and then it will just, you can just slide this one up and it will just fall in. But that's a theory, but we'll see. I will get the boyfriend to help me with that. So yeah. So now what I want to do, I watered them in, but I also want to, well, suppress some of the weeds around it. So like with the, you can't see that, on the tree we put a coconut mat around it, so there's not so much weeds around it. So I want to do the same for the lupins, and the rest of it I will try to find some cardboard to fill up the blanks, and yeah, that'll make life easier, I hope. So that's that. I'll just clean up, put on some cardboard on places or not. I don't know anymore. I'm just done. That's it for this area, and I have, like I said, 4 more areas to go. I'm not sure if I'll film those or just make short time-lapse clips, but that's just going to be more weeding. I don't have any more plants that I can put in the ground, unfortunately, but there needs to be, well, weeding needs to be done, so I'll just do that, and I'll see what I show of that, but that's for tomorrow. Now it's on to daily tasks like doing laundry. Bye. Hey everyone, dag allemaal. So it's day 3 of weeding for me. Weird stuff on my plants. So it's day 3 of doing some weeding for me, and I'm starting inside since it's, well, as you can see, very bright outside but also very windy. So I don't know if you can hear me outside, but it's just going to be me weeding again, and I'll just take some time lapses and give you I'll give you a global tour of the area, and I'll just voice over it in the end, probably, or not, or just give you an overview. I don't know yet, but so yeah, day 3 for me, and I'm doing it in for me it's consecutive days. This time, just to break up the garden, not to think of it as one. Well, it is one whole garden, but making it more manageable by breaking it up into little pieces, so that I know, hey, those. Well, I did 2 sections of the I did 2 sections of the garden already, so I know those 2 are done. I don't need to focus on them anymore. I can just leave that alone. So I can just focus on the other 4 sections that are left. And yeah. No, we're wrong. In case anyone is wondering who that is, that's me and my baby brother. That's also me and my niece when we were younger. And that's a cat that died already, unfortunately. But yeah, just in case. Hi everyone. This is me, editing mode. I'm sitting on my desk, and I noticed that I didn't film an outro or sign out for this video. So I just wanted to say, for one, first of all, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and it motivated you to also. I wouldn't say I murdered all the weeds, but I did my best at taking them out. So also know that maybe your garden looks as bad as mine, but that's not a bad thing. It's just taking it, one section at a time, and it doesn't matter how big your sections are. I would say just do it, because before you know it's spring. Well, technically it's already spring according to all the meteorologists, at least here in the Netherlands. And what was I saying? Yeah, before you know it, spring is really here and everything is starting to grow, including your perennials, but that also includes your weeds. So get at them now while they're still slowly getting bigger and they're not spreading themselves too much, as in not making any flowers and thus seeds, and thus creating more weeds. So get at them, and then we'll see you. You will see me in my next video, which is going to be a part 2 of this video, which will include some more weeding, of course. But we, as in my boyfriend, will be helping me. We will be doing some more weeding, but also replanting a couple of plants, trimming down a couple of plants, and putting down cocoa shells on some of the areas to suppress the weeds even more. And then there will also be a part 3, which I will be doing some just general maintenance on the containers on the rooftop terrace or the balcony, however way you want to see it. So yeah, until then, have a nice day and a good weeding day in your garden, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone. Dag allemaal.